Hold on, not yet. We gotta wait until we do our names.
I already did it. I only had one in me, dude.
Dude, you have another one in you. It's gonna be lamer, but it is what it is.
I only had one
all right.
Batman in me.
We welcome everybody back to another Not a Strong Start. Yay, we survived the first episode.
Yeah,
we're on to number 2.
We got some subscribers too.
Yes, we have like, might have gone to 10 or 11 that Chuck claims he has 50 of them that are already on board. But
they're
whatever.
all mine. Listen,
Yes,
somebody's lying to somebody here, but
somebody's lying to somebody. But anyways, this is Not a Strong Start movie podcast. Filmmakers that love talking about movies, television, anything else that we want. I'm your host, Daniel de Sangre. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter at king_Sangre, Sangre. These are my 2 co-hosts, but you have to use a Batman voice.
I'll use Batman. I'm Chuck. Find me at... Wait, what's my handle again? At Chad Radwell 12. I'm Batman. That's all I got, dude. See, my first one was better. This is bullshit, dude. I'm pissed.
Oh, man. You peaked too early, bro.
I peaked too early. We're not even recording. Fucking bullshit.
My name's Jose Ramos. That's not much better of a voice. You can find me at This Is Mi Nombre.
That actually sounds kind of badass, though. I'm not going to lie. So in case you haven't been able to tell, this week's episode is Batman. That's what we're doing. And I have a little cropped out Batman over here in the corner that you can't see. All you can see is his kneecap, maybe his testicles, and a little part of his feet.
That's a strong kneecap, man. That's a strong kneecap.
Very strong knee. And now here we have Chuck ready to do the entire episode in Batman. You're committed to it. He has to do it now.
I committed.
Go ahead.
I'm committed to this, dude.
Okay. Are you going somewhere with this or no? You put on the mask.
I can't see, dude. I can't see.
I know. That's all right. Okay, let's go back to it then. So in this one, I have a current event for you guys. All right. I had like 4 different ones because they told me we don't have enough time for that. We can only stick to one. So I'm gonna make this one a movie base. Ryan Reynolds just announced they're gonna be releasing new news on Deadpool 3. How do you guys feel about that? You excited? What do you want to see? Give it to me.
I am skeptically excited. I'm excited because the last 2 have been great, and it's fucking Deadpool and it's Ryan Reynolds, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's the Disney aspect of it that still gives me pause. In general, I know they've been saying that it's not going to affect it, and people have been saying it still might be rated R, but in the end, it's still a Disney property, and Disney loves to protect their reputation. So I'm sure they will still go to the levels that we're willing to go to in the first 2.
Yeah, I feel the same. I'm not excited yet. It's like when my girl says, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a 3-way," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not excited till it happens." You know what I mean? I'm not
because it's all just lies.
It's just lies. It's never happened. It's never happened. So Deadpool 3.
Yeah, exactly. So for those
it's never happened. Is Deadpool 3 gonna happen? 3-way? I don't know, dude. And then with the whole Disney aspect, like it's like, it might be rated R. I think that was what was awesome about it, was that it was rated R. There was blood, it was gore, there was all the stuff that Deadpool has in the comics and whatnot, But so, like, if it's gonna be PG-13, I'm out. I'm out.
I think they originally, so for those of you that don't know, right, it was originally part of Fox Studios, but Disney bought them out, so now they own the rights to Deadpool. So when they originally bought them out, Disney did say that they would allow them to continue to be R-rated. That's what they originally said. We haven't heard anything since then, and now Ryan Reynolds says that they're doing a part 3 and it's coming sooner than later. So you would imagine that he's only on board with it being an R-rated. That's what I would think. So I have to assume that's what they're doing, but who knows? Like Jose said, it's Disney.
I have to assume it's gonna happen, but it's not. It might not happen. And I'm not talking about the movie. I'm still bitter.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what they say. Always expect the worst, so you're never disappointed.
Exactly.
Still disappointed. No, but do you hear the rumors of him being in Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I do.
The Multiverse of Madness.
So that may be how they introduce it. Do you want to see him part of the whole MCU? Like, do you want to see?
I do. Yeah, I'm not too pumped on Fox with some of the stuff they do, and So, or Sony for that matter. But you know, I mean, did you guys like Venom and all that? Like,
I didn't like Venom. I didn't like it at all, man. I just saw part 2 finally on an airplane on a flight, and I watched it, and I was like, I still want my money back, and I saw it for free. Like,
yeah,
it was awful, man. I love Tom Hardy as an actor, but I really don't like those Venom movies. They're just
and
boring.
one because it could be just better story, whatever. But also because it's not rated R, dude. If it was rated R, even with the lax story, it would still be better. Show some
Yeah.
gore, show them eat somebody, show some blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show it
So,
There's been a
anyways,
lot of promises about eating heads, and we have not seen any of them.
not one. No. They tease at it, but that's it. But anyways, let's get back to Batman, man. We
Batman.
talk about
Batman.
So Batman. So we wanted to rank the 3 best Batman movies, right? So the way I see this is if each of us have the same movie on it, we can just briefly explain why we think that's one of our best movies. Okay.
Okay.
So Chuck, go ahead, go first.
Best Batman movie for me.
What's your top 3 out of all the Batman
three?
movies? Like, how would you rank them?
For me personally, Batman Begins. That's my favorite. See, this is a tough question. See, we could go all day with this. I think The Dark Knight is the best one.
Yes.
So maybe that's number 1, but Batman Begins is my favorite, and then Batman Returns. So those 3 right there. So those I think are the best ones with Penguin and Catwoman and just Tim Burton. So, and then the first one, the original one, the Nolan trilogy, Batman Begins. Like, especially after we got Kilmer and Clooney, and it was just kind of like, which sucks because Bob Kane, was the creator of Batman, right? Back in the day, the last movie he saw before he died was Batman versus Robin. So,
and that's what led to his death.
Yeah, exactly. We can only presume. Again, we broke it here first on Not a Strong Start.
Broke it here first. So
he immediately saw the movie in the theaters and decided, this is it. My life is ruined.
Which sucks because the trilogy was great. I mean, I loved it.
So you didn't. So in that movie, they had the joke, "Never leave the Batcave without it," and it was a Batman credit card. You're saying that wasn't good? That's not good quality for filmmaking? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that. That was amazing.
That was the only good thing.
No, it's awful. It's awful.
Bat nipples, was that good? The fact that Batman had nipples on his bat
nipples. Nah, dude, it was terrible, which sucks because I love George Clooney. I mean, George Clooney is technically like a real life Bruce Wayne,
Yes.
So like, how did that not work?
Because Alicia Silverstone.
Ugh,
Exactly. There's something. And well, okay, just to briefly touch on that movie, right? Because we also have to talk about the bad ones. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I felt like was the only one that knew how campy it was and played into it.
Yeah.
Other people didn't. And it was like, even though the campiness we didn't really want to see, it felt like they went back to Adam West Batman. Yeah. At least Arnold knew what movie he was in.
Yeah.
The other ones didn't. And it was just like, what are we watching? And they just threw in Bane. And it was just like, oh my God.
It's such...
that's who that was. That was Bane. That's who that was supposed to be. Bane.
I think that was supposed to be Bane. Yeah.
No, we're back to the movies. My personal favorite ranking of them would be Dark Knight first, then Batman Begins, and then the original Batman with Michael Keaton. So that my personal favorites. If I had to be given a choice, you can only watch 3 of them. Those are the 3 that I'm watching.
I would too. So I go Dark Knight because Heath Ledger's Joker is one of the best interpretations we've seen of like a sociopath, right? Since maybe Hannibal Lecter. He crushed it. Not yet.
Me.
That's right. Yeah, since you. But again, you came afterwards. So it was him since Hannibal Lecter. But yeah, so Dark Knight, we actually had like a villain that basically took over that movie. Even though it was Batman, Joker stole that movie, man. Yeah. He was balancing out the whole insanity, but still having logic with how corrupt society was, right? Kind of throwing it back at it. I mean, it was a very well done movie. Batman Begins is one of my favorite origin movies since maybe Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Like, I really like Batman Begins. It was really good. And then it was the same thing for my third one. Batman Returns is so good but I gotta go original Batman just because of what it, what it represented. Like Tim Burton added a new flair to superhero movies, whereas normally we had everything that was so campy. And even though I love Christopher Reeve's Superman, it was still so brightly colored. Everything felt safe, right? It didn't feel like any real danger. Tim Burton, people straight up died. Like you had Jack Nicholson's Joker, which was awesome, and he died. Like you killed the villain. Like that was so badass, and it set us on a path of superhero movies that we were able to kind of branch out of very safe and comic book panels, and we were able to go more risky with it, which eventually led to Christopher Nolan Batman. So that's my take on it.
Let me pose a question for you.
Okay.
A bit of a challenge, Daniel.
Okay.
Here we go. So you'll go with Batman 89 original over Batman Returns. What about Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back?
I think
you went Empire, and that's not the first one.
Correct.
Could have went Star Wars.
Because to me, Batman Returns is funner, but Nicholson's Joker, I felt like was the better villain. If that makes sense. He was more fleshed out more, because otherwise we have Danny DeVito, even though he did good as the Penguin, he's just eating a fish. Like it didn't feel like it was that menacing. You know what I'm saying? Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman is still my favorite Catwoman interpretation. Like she crushed that movie.
Yeah.
But the two are more neck and neck to me. A New Hope is such a great hero's journey. And we'll definitely have a Star Wars episode, Chuck, that you're gonna have to sit through and talk about it.
Oh yeah. I can't wait.
Exactly.
Wait.
I'm gonna destroy
Star Wars.
I will destroy you. Oh, what's that? Chuck got muted. Oh, sorry, Chuck. Yeah, sorry, I forgot we already recorded the episode.
Yeah.
No, man, but with A New Hope, it's such a hero's journey. But Empire Strikes Back has so many layers. Like the two movies are, in terms of story plots, character developments, how the characters grow, the plight and what's at stake. Empire is just so much heavier. So that's why I can say safely Empire is better.
Okay. I agree with you. I just wanted to hear it. I agree.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. So I know Jose had some questions for us. So go ahead, Jose.
Okay. So we're gonna play a little game here. All right.
Okay.
And it's gonna be Dan versus Chuck.
Okay.
Now we've had 5 different people playing Batman since like the 80s. So I'm gonna give a quote from each person who played a Batman, and you guys have to guess which Batman it was. Was it Ben Affleck? Was it Christian Bale? Was it Michael Keaton? And you will get a point for each one you get right. And the winner will get to choose a movie that the loser has to watch and live tweet before the next episode
on our Not a Strong Start Twitter, which you can find at Not a Strong Start.
Wink, wink.
Okay, that's wait. This is all live action, right? The movie versions of Batman.
Yes. We're only going with the live action.
No Adam West.
The quote. Yep. I'm going to give the quote. You both give your answer, and then you get a point for whoever's correct.
So Val Kilmer made his debut on Not a Strong Start podcast. Cool. Yeah. I'm with it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ready? First one?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'll be standing where I belong, between you and the people of Gotham. Which Batman said it?
Christian Bale.
Dan, what's your guess?
I'm gonna say Christian Bale.
He tells it to the Joker, I think.
That is correct.
Are we saying it who they're saying it to, or just the actor?
No, Chuck just wants to be extra. That's it.
Because he said it too. So I was like, I want this point. I'm gonna say when he said it to.
If Chuck always wants to be extra, pet. But he's always extra, then he's not really extra anymore. It's just Chuck being Chuck.
So you both got.
I'm a terrestrial. That's why.
You're so
extra.
Okay.
So you both got 1 point right now. All right. Quote number 2. That's not awfully PC. What about Bat Person or Batwoman?
Oh, that's gonna be Batman and Robin.
Name the Batman. Which
Oh,
actor?
Clooney.
Clooney.
Okay. You both say Clooney. That is correct. You both got a point. All right. Next quote. Men are still good. We fight, we kill, we betray one another, but we can rebuild. We can do better. We
Bale.
will. We have to.
I'm going Bale.
All right. Dan, what's your
Wait,
guess?
We already did Bale. We can redo the same actors or no?
Can we? I don't know,
It can
Dan.
be
Why are you
anyone.
asking, why are you asking for answers,
Oh,
Dan?
well, I thought you were doing one of each actor. No?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. then Bale.
He should
It's
lose
Bale.
a point for that, by the way.
It is Bale.
Okay. Yeah, you're both wrong. That is actually Batfleck.
Damn it.
Damn it, I really thought about that too, man. Damn it, Chuck. And you're
You
convincing.
guys were on the roll too.
It's Chuck's convincing hat, man. I looked at it and I was like, that hat doesn't look as lying right now. He was straight up lying, dude.
Yeah, I got these headphones, by the way, just real quick. They don't work, but I paid for them, so I'm going to use them.
I'm just gonna hang them on your neck.
Yeah.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right. Next one. I'm not gonna kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
I'm Michael Keaton.
Yep, that's Keaton.
You are both correct. All
Mhm.
right now with 3-3 tie going into the last one.
Fast.
So this can either win it or we're going into the bonus quote.
Okay.
All right. You see, I'm both Bruce Wayne and Batman. Not because I have to be, now
Kilmer.
because I choose to be.
Yeah, that's Kilmer.
Correct. All right. We got a
I said it
4-4
first.
tie,
I said
ladies
it
and
first.
gentlemen.
That's 0.2 extra points, so I win.
Mhm.
Chuck loses.
Well, now this one, the bonus one, I'm going to give the quote. This is not necessarily Batman. This is a character in one of the Batman movies.
And we have to guess
first
the
one-
character.
It's the character who said it. First one to get it correct is the winner. So this one, it's not like the other one. It's first one. I hate to disappoint you, but my rubber lips are immune to your charms.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. I finished it before you said
George
it.
Clooney.
Oh, no,
both
wait,
wrong.
Robin.
Yes, Robin.
Oh, shit.
He said it right after
The hat
Poison
don't
Ivy gave
lie.
him
The
the
hat
kiss.
don't lie.
I'm pissed.
The
Got
winner
it, man.
is Dan with the bonus round.
Who did
All right,
you
Dan.
say? What was the second one you said? We both said Poison Ivy. Then you said who?
Clooney?
Clooney.
Batgirl?
Batman.
Clooney. Robin, man. Chris O'Donnell. So the thing that you have to watch, it's not going to be a movie. It's going to be a TV show. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You just got to watch 2 episodes,
I'm
which
not
is the
watching
length of a
fucking
movie.
Peacemaker.
No.
Okay.
Gilmore
would have.
Girls. Gilmore Girls.
Shut
Oh,
up, dude.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
have to live tweet Gilmore Girls. And I want your full analysis when you watch it.
I was gonna have you watch Reanimator. That's a great movie, dude.
Yes,
You
it's a
totally-
great movie.
You boned me on this one, dude. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take my loss.
It's supposed to be something that you don't want to watch.
I'm fucking pissed. I'm
Dan's
not pissed
going no
about
mercy.
Gilmore Girl. I'm pissed that I lost. I don't like losing. Fucking Robin. Get out of here, Jose. Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
I mean, you
man.
probably should have gotten Ben Affleck because it's the latest one.
Yeah, I dropped the ball there.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, me too. That's when I heard it. I immediately thought Affleck, and then you said Bale, and that's what threw me off. I was like, wait, we can reuse it? And then I was just like on Bale. Dang. All right. Anyways, Gilmore
Whatever.
Girls. So only at Not a Strong Start Twitter page can you see Chuck watching the first 2 episodes and live tweeting. That should take place soon. Okay.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have another fun little game, which is coming up with our best Batman story. Okay. So what would be your best? So what Batman are you choosing of the movies? What villain? And what's your story?
Oh,
Giving your interpretation.
I can start this one off there.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, the type of Batman that I would want is a Batman that's going to use his extensive like martial arts skills, uses his detective skills, and then you see kind of the psychological aspects of his life. That's the type of Batman that I want in here. And I feel we've seen elements of that throughout the movies, but not always all put together into one movie. Now, possible story for a movie. So I thought of a story of Nightwing brings to Batman's attention that the Bat family, which for those of you who don't know, the Bat family is made of many members all around. He even, part of them are in Africa and in other cities and all of that stuff. So parts of the Bat family, individuals.
Wait, real quick. Of the Bat family, is it people that people would recognize? Is it Robin? Is it Nightwing? Batgirl?
Well, yeah, Bat family. So here we can include Batgirl. We can include Red Hood, especially some of the ones that are not based in Gotham at the moment. They have gone out to other places. We got Batwing. We have Orphan. So there's quite a few characters. Red Robin. Anyway, members of the Bat family start being taken out and disappearing one by one, and Nightwing brings that to Batman's attention because he was in Gotham. So then that leads to Batman, scrambling to get to the Bat families before they get taken out, but he's just a few steps too slow, and also trying to figure out from the clues who is behind all this. So that was kind of like the story I had in my mind just before he loses all of his proteges. And then the villains I pictured doing this were Bane and Deathstroke teaming up together. And the reason for this is, one, besides, Joker's been done so many times and those main rogues, but these are two villains who can physically match up to Batman. Bane is one of the ones who can mentally, strategically match up to Batman. And that's a side of Bane you don't see too much. We got that that one Scream Bane that we got back in the old days, who was just, I don't know, grumbling like
a big dumb dude.
And this was in Batman and Robin you're talking about, right? That Bane.
And that's not who Bane originally was. He's a military strategic mind. We got a little bit of that in The Dark Knight Rises, but then he ended up just being a pawn of someone else, which is the part that ruined that for me. So you got him, and then you've got one of the best assassins in the world who can, fighting wise, match up with Batman and Deathstroke. So I feel it would be formidable. It'll test him out. He'll get to use his detective skills to figure out who's behind this. And when it comes down to the final battle, we're going to get a good fight. And then a Nightwing with him also has a history with Deathstroke, so then it adds on to that.
Nice, man.
There you
Very
go.
well thought out. It's sort of like reminds me a little bit like the movie Seven. You know what I mean? Where you kind of have this mystery to unsolve as you're moving on. So that's pretty good. I like it. Chuck, you want to go? You want me to go next?
I'll go. I'll make it brief. I want George.
After Jose just gave us such a very nice, well thought out whole story. This
I want George Clooney back. Okay, I want him back. I want David Fincher directing, and I want him to be a little bit of the Dark Knight Returns, kind of like old weathered Batman. And I want him to not have any bat nipples, no credit cards, no bat cards. I want him to kick some ass.
Poor? So he's poor then?
He's not poor. He just doesn't have any freaking Batman credit cards carrying around.
But if Batman has credit cards, they're technically Batman credit cards, right?
You're killing me right now, dude. You're killing me.
What did he do with the credit card? The expiration date was forever.
You just cut him, dude. He got in debt, dude.
That's bad for the bank, man, that you're issuing that kind of loan.
I just want George Clooney's redemption. I want him to come back. I don't care who he fights. I want him to be badass. I want him to redeem himself, and then I want him to die at the end, and that's it.
Done. Nice.
I want him to die saving Gotham.
Okay.
And he goes out a hero, and yeah, that's it. I just want Clooney to get redemption. Like I said, real life Bruce Wayne, dude. Come on.
He really is, yeah. Okay, so mine, I'd use Michael Keaton Batman, but Ben Affleck's version of Batman, that old kind of grudgy one. But in this one, it's going to be set where Batman was battling Bane. Bane beat the shit out of him, knocked him into a coma. 20 years goes by. Batman wakes up out of his coma. Gotham's changed. The villains are running Gotham. They've all kind of banded together. They're all running different parts of the city. Batman, and there's a mystery villain that's kind of running all the major operations. So Batman has to then enlist Heath Ledger's Joker to sort of, he's the only one that's not tied into all this, and has to use him to take down these villains, not knowing how the whole politics and everything works now. So it's almost like does he trust the Joker? Does he not? The Joker's constantly trying to screw him over, but at the same time, the Joker's against the whole villains militia grouping together.
Are we going to
I
use
like
a hologram
that.
Heath Ledger? That's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in this
I like-
make-believe world, we're getting really Heath Ledger, all right? Stop it, Chuck. You're killing me. Killing me, Chuck. You're killing me.
Killing me, Smalls.
Yeah,
That's good.
because
Good
in
job.
yours, what are we doing? CGI acting for George Clooney?
No, dude,
he's
he's an old weathered Batman. He's lost a few steps. He gets his ass beat here and there, but at the end of the day, dude, he saves Gotham from a bomb.
a bomb.
A bomb.
That sounds very Adam West of it. Yes.
Yeah.
A
That
giant
sounds very
bomb.
familiar.
Yeah, a bomb. But not the same bomb from A Dark Knight Rises. A different bomb.
Does it look but does it explode the same at least? But just
It
look
explodes-
different?
It explodes sideways.
Okay. So you just go above it.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
No, that's a good story though. Then I like it.
Thank
And then whenever you have, team ups with like Batman and Joker, because I know there's this Black Label comic that came out. I want to say maybe a couple years ago. It was called I think The Last Night on Earth.
Mhm.
And you actually have a team up of Batman. It takes place in the future, desolate future, and you have a team up between Batman and Joker, and that dynamic is always good.
Yeah, it was really good. That was a good comic.
Yeah. So imagine
novel
seeing
book.
Heath Ledger's Joker, Michael Keaton Batman.
I love it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
With George Clooney there trying to figure out how to disarm the bomb.
Yes, exactly.
My
Now,
question
I
is this George Clooney smiling the whole time while he's in the cowl again?
Smug? Is he smug? In this
Smug,
one?
yeah.
A smiling Batman.
He's George Clooney from Dusk Till Dawn. How about that?
Oh, okay. I like
Okay.
that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's even got some tattoos going on now too. I don't know why he does. He just does. So
That's all we need to know, man. Even though it makes it more distinguishable, right? Because if he has tattoos, it's a little easier to figure out who Batman is, but
He's
he
got
doesn't care,
tattoos.
right?
He's got a cowl on. You can't see his tattoos, dude.
Yeah,
So
that's true, right? Okay.
um,
All right. So now that we have the Batman coming out with Robert Pattinson, let's talk a little bit about that one. How excited were you guys when before you saw any images or anything, you just heard that they nabbed Robert Pattinson, Mr. Twilight?
I was pumped. And see, it's that right there, Dan.
I said what I
That
said on
gets
purpose.
what you said. Twilight, like, and I see it everywhere. Oh, the dude from Twilight, and I'm like, have you seen The Lighthouse? Have you seen Good Time? Have you seen some? Like, he's awesome, dude. And I get it. He did Twilight. We all started somewhere. That's where he started. You know, like from what I understand, he didn't even want to do the last 3 or 4. Like he was like, come on, you know, like. But he's good, dude. He's so good. And just like Heath Ledger, like not a strong start. You know, people were like, Heath Ledger, what? Probably one of the best characters in a Batman movie, including beating
I
Batman.
think the best
Yeah.
we've seen in a Batman movie. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then with Pattinson, like you heard it here first. He's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it, dude. And if he doesn't, I'll finish Gilmore Girls season 1. Okay, so
Yeah.
like
you didn't even say the
Yeah.
show. You just said season 1.
I said season 1, not the whole series. I don't even know how many seasons there is, but he's gonna kill it, dude. It looks great. It looks, you know, like the Riddler, little Zodiac. It kind of looks like Seven. You know what I mean? It looks like
Mhm.
Fincher. You know, so and for people, you know, who don't know, like Fincher, Seven, Fight Club, you know, he did all those movies. So, but I think it looks great. I'm excited. So,
Okay,
Jose?
go ahead, Jose.
Yeah, when you first heard it, then I was with you. I was like, okay. I wasn't fully against it because Matt Reeves was behind the project, and I loved what he did with the Planet of the Apes. So I was like, okay, so it's got good direction if WB actually allows him to do his vision, which, you know, from the past movies, we never know what WB is going to do. But I decided, all right, I'm not gonna shut this down. So I actually went and started watching some of Pattinson's other movies, such as Good Times and The Lighthouse and what's Cosmopolitan, I think is what it was called. Saw some of that, and then that gave me a sign. I was like, okay, he can pull a little Bruce Wayne off. So then I saw the potential in his acting. So then I felt more comfortable, but still skeptical into the trailer. Every trailer has sold me a little bit more into the now I'm fully 100% pumped going forward.
Yeah, I was right there with you. So when I first heard the news, I think I was actually going to your house, right? And we watched Good Times together. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So because we said that on purpose, we're like, man, why? Like, what? Like, I don't understand this. Like, why this guy? Because it wasn't so much that like I had doubt that he was a good actor. Twilight was so bad, and he was so weird in the public eye with Kristen Stewart. Remember that? So it just kind of left like a weird taste. Like I didn't really know this dude. So I remember I went over to your house and we said, well, let's watch Good Times. So when we watched it, I was like, oh my God, man, his acting's amazing in this. Like that movie was so good. It was so good. So I recommend it to our listeners that haven't seen it. Watch it. It's a really, really good movie. It all takes place in like one day. It's just continuous action, but he did such a good job with it. And then I saw Lighthouse and he crushed that movie too. And like you said, as we start watching the trailers look phenomenal, man. The marketing for this movie looks so great. I've seen so many variant posters. I've seen some fan-made like images of movements of GIFs and things like that look really cool. I'm still a little skeptical in the sense where like I don't know. I have to see him as Bruce Wayne. Right now with his hair and his look, that's not what I envision in my head for Bruce Wayne. He doesn't look very like suave-ish, right? Like he doesn't have like that Clooney about him. He just looks dark or whatever. But Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman, man. I'm so excited about that because she looks like that Selena Kyle that we see in the comic books, especially the recent ones of, Bat and Cat, right? Where she looks kind of like that version of Catwoman. And I'm really excited about that. And then it seems like we finally have a dark version of the Riddler, which before was just, Jim Carrey doing his, his whole thing. But with this one, it's the Riddler looks really interesting. Paul Dano's such a good actor. And then the Penguin, man, the Penguin looks really cool in this movie. I'm really excited about that one. So yeah, man, I'm pretty geeked for it.
Yeah, one of the other things that had me skeptical, I'm not sure if I've gotten over it so far, is one of the things that I liked about Batfleck that I didn't like about Christian Bale's Heroes was the fighting aspects of it. Like the way the fighting was like filmed and done during the Dark Knight series towards the end. It was a lot of quick cuts and not a lot of martial arts actually happening on there. And, you know, Batman knows pretty much every martial arts that there is. Like that is he doesn't have superpowers. He's one of the best fighters in the world. So that's what I want to see out of a Batman. And then Batman versus Superman gave us probably one of the best action fighting Batman scenes in that warehouse scene. Yeah. And I was like, this is amazing. So then going from that, when I heard Pattinson's going to be in there and trying to picture him being physically imposing and fighting. And then these stories started coming out on how he didn't want to work out. He didn't want to get in shape. He didn't want to train, all that stuff. So all that started making me really skeptical of like, I just finally got a Batman that can kick ass and show that aspect, that martial arts fighting aspect. And it's like, are we going to backtrack? So that's one of the things I want to see in this one. So far in the trailer, you see some brutal fighting, which I like. So I want to see how much they dive into that aspect.
Yeah, definitely. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I just wanted to lead into something. Is like, I don't know. Did we discuss who our favorite Batman was?
I don't think so. No. So,
No.
I mean, we did mention what Batman version we choose, but no, we didn't say our specific Batman. Go ahead.
Ben Affleck, of course, dude.
Favorite Batman or favorite Bruce Wayne or all of them?
Batman. I think, and it just got me thinking a bit because what Jose was saying, like he was imposing. He was a big dude. The suit looked awesome. He was kicking everybody's ass. He killed people, which I loved. And I mean, for me, I just thought the suit was the best. Like, I know people are kind of on Ben Affleck, but he's my favorite Batman. You know, like,
That's yeah, that's why I mentioned that, because I don't think he wasn't my favorite Bruce Wayne
yeah,
at all, but I think I think he gets kudos because his interpretation of Batman, he got the best version of Batman.
yeah.
That's what I think. You know, the whole kick-ass using a shotgun, blasting people, like that's something so different than we normally seen.
Yeah.
So he had a cooler Batman, which worked in his advantage, I think. But he wasn't my favorite Bruce Wayne.
Who's yours?
My favorite,
Okay.
my favorite Bruce Wayne is probably, I really like Michael Keaton, man.
Yeah.
Like, Michael Keaton's cool, even though he doesn't look like Bruce Wayne necessarily.
Yeah.
I love it when he's going against the Joker and want to get nuts. Let's get nuts. Like, it was just so much fun, man. And Michael Keaton's such a badass. Like, I love him as an actor, man. So I probably maybe
badass.
say him. Christian Bale did a pretty good job as Wayne as well.
As
But
Bruce Wayne,
yeah, I guess I'd probably go Keaton. How about you guys?
Jose?
That's tough. Because I feel the main three all brought something to the table. This is excluding, I'm sorry, Chuck, Clooney, and Val Kilmer. But Ben Affleck, I feel, for me, was my favorite in the suit.
Yeah.
And that when he was actually Batman. I feel Michael Keaton was the most fun Bruce Wayne, the most entertaining Bruce Wayne. And I feel Christian Bale played the best suave Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And stuff, in which, you know, the Playboy Bruce Wayne was played better by Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good,
So
good pick.
finally, guys, what's on the queue for this week?
Gilmore Girls?
That's what I was gonna say. Spoiler alert for Chuck is Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore
For me,
Maybe
Girls.
you want to watch that, Chuck.
that's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, me and Jose, it's the Batman. That's what's on our queue. But Chuck's got Gilmore Girls. So
Yeah.
tell me
You
how
know
that
what?
works out.
You know what? I got both. Okay, I got tickets to see Batman and Gilmore Girls. I got tickets for that too.
There's your threesome.
There's the threesome I was complaining about right there.
There you go. So having said that, everybody, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Not a strong start. You can watch us on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, share, please. We need as many as we can get so we can keep this train going. So
Wow,
other
was
than
pretty
that,
smooth right there,
there you
Dan.
go,
That was
man.
pretty smooth, dude.
other than that, I'm Daniel de Sangre.
Jose Ramos.
Gilmore Girls, we're out.